I've generated $1 billion in sales across my e-commerce brands. But if I woke up tomorrow, lost it all, and had to start from scratch with just a single $100 bill in my pocket, this is exactly what I would do to get wealthy again. Throughout all of my trials of starting businesses and successfully launching multiple million-dollar brands, I discovered a blueprint, a specific ladder that can take you from $100 to your very first million in just a couple of years. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to climb it. But it all starts with making your first $10,000. Phase 1, $100 to $10,000, the foundation. Starting with $100, your only job right now is to hit $10,000 as fast as possible. And I need you to understand something. Starting a business is probably the worst way to do it. I know this sounds really backwards coming from someone who's built a 9-figure brand, but here's why. 1, you don't have capital to survive your mistakes. 2, you don't have a runway to test and iterate. 3, you likely don't have the skills to execute at the level required to win big. I learned this the expensive way. I burnt through business after business in my early 20s. Each one drained whatever savings I'd managed to scrape together and left me right back at square one. The problem wasn't the ideas. The problem was me. I was trying to drive a car before I even knew how to drive. And I see this pattern everywhere now. Someone decides they want to be an entrepreneur and suddenly they're too good for a regular job. Getting a job feels like giving up. Doing services for other people feels like settling. That ego is so expensive. Because while you're sitting around waiting for the perfect business idea or the right opportunity, you're learning nothing and earning nothing. You're stuck at zero, convincing yourself that you're thinking strategically when really you're just too scared to do the unglamorous work that actually builds value within yourself. Here's the truth. $100, that money is almost worthless as an investment tool, but your time, your ability to learn and execute, that's everything. What you need right now isn't a business, you need skills that make you valuable. And the fastest way to get those is doing work that just doesn't scale yet. After my early business failures, I was practically broke. I moved to Melbourne and got a job at a watch company. When I moved there, I absorbed everything. How they run influencer campaigns, how they structured their content shoots, how they manage their ad spend. I was inside a multi-million-dollar machine, watching it operate from the inside. After a year, I started getting impatient again. So I moved back to Adelaide, living with my parents and started launching businesses again. They all continued to fail. I bled all of my savings and ended up back at my parents with no money, just as I was before. But this time, something was different. I knew I had the skills now. I knew I had real, tangible abilities that businesses actually needed. So instead of forcing another business idea into existence, I started selling those skills instead. I went to local gyms and cafes and just told them, I'll work for free. I'll run your Facebook ads, I'll do your photography, and I'll build all of your marketing for free. Most people let me do it. Oh, why wouldn't you? It's a great deal. Eventually, I got that business to $4,000 a week across all of these clients at its peak. But here's what made this phase invaluable. I was getting paid to learn. These business owners would give me their ad budgets to manage much more than my $100 that I could spend on ads. If a campaign failed, I learned why without risking my own money. If something worked, I reverse engineered the pattern and saved it for later. I spent an entire year figuring out how to predict what would sell before spending $1 of my own money. That skill became worth more than any business degree could. So your job right now is to become dangerous, to develop a skill set so sharp that when you finally do launch something, you're not fumbling around in the dark hoping something actually sticks. The only real way to learn is by getting your hands dirty inside their operations as well, working for someone that already knows what they're doing to a degree that you can add value to for them as well. Watch how they handle customer rejections, watch how they structure offers, watch how they allocate resources across all of their departments, not just the department that you're helping with. Absorb it like a sponge. Your $100 that you have right now should go towards buying access. Maybe it's a plane ticket somewhere or a bus ticket somewhere. Maybe it's getting a coffee with someone that's 2 steps ahead of you. Maybe it's getting a premium YouTube subscription so you can just absorb all of the content at a rapid rate. Then use this to freelance immediately. Because at this stage, every dollar you invest in yourself compounds faster than any financial asset ever could. Phase 2, $10,000 to $50,000. Selling skills at scale. All right, so let's say, for example, that you've made it to the first $10,000. You spent time learning real skills. Hopefully you've managed to actually work inside a business and see how they operate. Now comes a massive shift. It's time to start selling those skills at a higher rate. A lot of people get stuck here. as they either don't know how to package what they've learned before or they undervalue it completely. See, phase one was about building competence. You are focused on learning, not earning. You're absorbing lots of knowledge and getting paid just enough to survive when you figured things out. Phase two is different. Now it's time to actively monetize those skills as a service. It's time to position yourself as someone who can solve expensive problems for businesses and charge accordingly. But today, you need to sell those skills amplified by AI. Because if you're trying to compete in 2026 just as another marketer or a video editor, you're already behind. So let me be very, very clear about something. If you're ignoring AI right now, you will fall behind. Not necessarily because AI is going to replace you, but because the people who use AI to multiply their output are going to charge 3 times and deliver 10 times faster than you are. But here's the beautiful part. Most businesses desperately want to implement AI, but they have no idea how. They're drowning in articles and hype, but they can't translate any of this into actual results. That gap is your opportunity. You don't need to be a programmer or have any understanding of machine learning. You need to take the skills that you've already built and figure out exactly how to multiply them with AI. Let me give you an example. Let's say you spent phase one learning how to create Facebook ads, and you created Facebook ads for your local supermarket or gym or something like that. That's great. Now, instead of positioning yourself as someone who runs ads or creates a few ads for gyms, you become someone who can generate 50 ad variations, test them systematically using AI, and identify winning creatives in half the time as your competition. It's the same foundational skill, but now it's scalable. And now you can charge accordingly. It's all about learning about what your offer is, because you know that you can create the service, you can create something of value. It's understanding the niche customer that you actually have worked with previously, how to use AI as a force multiplier and clearly communicate that offer in a way that it is just completely nonsensical for the business to refuse your services. Can you save this business 20 hours a week? Can you help them produce more content without hiring 3 more people? Can you automate a process that has been bleeding them money? That's what they'll pay for, and you need to be able to clearly communicate that offer. Next in this phase is you need to understand that attention is currency. This is where all of these phase one skills, they continue to be invaluable because AI can produce content at scale. But right now, at this point in time, it can't tell you what's going to resonate with an audience. It's not going to tell you what hook is going to stop someone mid-scroll or what angle will actually make them click and check out. That's still on you. So the winning formula is this. You understand what works because you spent time learning the fundamentals. AI gives you the ability to execute at scale that would have required a whole team just a few years ago. Whether it's ad creatives, email sequences, or short form content, if you can deliver volume and quality, you'll never run out of customers. And finally, you just really need to get good at selling what you do. This is just a non-negotiable. You can be the best at what you do, but if you can't clearly communicate that offer and the value, you're just going to be stuck. One thing I didn't understand when I was young is sales isn't something sleazy that you have to tolerate. And like other skills, you get better at doing it repeatedly. Get on calls, pitch your services, learn what objections they have, figure out how to position yourself as the obvious choice, build case studies, collect testimonials, refine your process with every conversation. Put yourself in front of the right people, build a presence and show your work. Make it so easy for people to see what you're capable of before they even talk to you. Now, if you're struggling with this sales stage, let me explain how I would do it. Start by being very specific. Just don't be like, I do AI automation. Say, I help e-commerce brands automate their customer service with AI and save 15 hours per week, or save $300, $400 a week. Specific offers will get attention and vague ones will get really ignored. Reach out via cold emails, DMs, use a voice note on Instagram to local businesses and you watch them open it and then you can follow up. In the early stages, you might even offer to do a small project for them just so you can get them as a real case study on your website. And one more really important thing here is when you deliver, over-deliver. Make it impossible for them not to tell others about your work, because one great testimonial will bring you 3 more clients. One mediocre experience will cost you 10. I've got a full breakdown of the exact AI business models you can start in 2026 in another video. I'll put it on the screen here. These are real frameworks real founders are using right now to build scalable service businesses. The goal for this $50,000 phase is to get at least $50,000 liquid cash in your bank. That's capital that you're going to need to transition into phase 3, where you stop selling time entirely and start building something that actually scales. Phase 3, 50,000 to 100,000. finding the right launch pad. So now we have these skills in digital marketing. So we have Facebook ads, content creation, those kind of things, even how to structure an offer. The next step is we need to find the right launch pad, the right trend to launch, and the right vehicle to get us to that $100,000 mark. The first thing we need to do is pick the right vehicle. Now, I'm obviously incredibly biased because I love e-commerce. E-commerce will allow you to build a brand. It'll allow you to sell that brand at a later date and hopefully become a millionaire. Regardless if you pick e-commerce, the main step in this phase is identifying your final skill gaps for the platform, for that launch pad that you're planning to go for. Because if you're just doing simple freelancing, getting you to $50,000, that's okay. But often, let's say if we're going to build an enormous agency, or we're going to launch an enormous e-commerce brand, there's a few skill gaps that we're probably going to lack. This might include hiring. This might include, for e-commerce, finding the right product. Luckily, we can use AI to find products nowadays, but it's still the most important step for that stage. So whatever you're looking at, whatever launchpad you're thinking of, the next business, you need to go to AI. These are my skill sets. What are the things that I'm probably missing? For me, mine was operations. I already knew how to market e-commerce products. I didn't know how to order products from China. I would go and I was trying to launch this weighted blanket brand, and I would get all of these samples. They'd be different sizes, different colors, and it would annoy customers. These are the skill gaps that you'll need to fix as you're going to 100,000. One of the consistent things in these phases is you need to be able to ride a trend. We want a trend that it's like the business, you push it downhill, a big boulder, and it just builds and builds and builds momentum. So finding an actual trend within whatever business that you're gonna wanna launch is the absolute key here, which again, it's a skill issue. So how do we find trends within the existing things that we're working in? Let's say it's content creation. Reddit is undoubtedly one of the best places to find problems within the existing spaces, as well as Twitter. Go into Twitter and get whatever lots of people are talking about. These people are the early adopters of that trend. Talk to them, jump on a call with them, DM them, just be like, I saw that you had this problem in this question. Why haven't you been able to solve that yet? Another piece of advice for finding the next big trend is listen to what your really smart friends are saying. If your grandma, if your grandpa or your parents or even someone that's completely out of the space, like in your friendship group, is talking about a trend already, it's probably too late. You want that really smart friend that's always ahead of the curve to actually explain something and jump on that. There'll definitely be some friction in this stage. Getting to $50,000 to $100,000 is actually quite difficult because you're trying to find this vehicle. But then what happens is when you hit it, phase 4 will be very quick. Phase 4. 100,000 to $1 million. I'd love to say something more profound for this section, but the final section to go to $1 million is just about doing more of what you're doing, as well as 3 new skill sets. The final skill set is 1, building systems. You need to find ways to do the things that you are currently doing on repeat using automation. Step 2, it's about hiring people to take over those systems, own those departments, come up with ideas and take you to the next level. And the third is actually building a brand. A brand is a set of expectations that customers have about your product and service that make them keep coming back and buying other things. By creating a brand, we are able to actually keep selling to repeat customers. And this is the glorious thing. Once a buyer or someone that coming in to look at the business sees that you've got repeat customers, there's no reason why you can't sell this for $1 million, or you can keep it knowing those customers are going to come back and you can just bank the $1 million in cash flow over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And then you can actually have a really, really great asset as well. If you want to learn more about AI, e-commerce, all of those good things, I've got this free video that I just shot on my YouTube. It's on the screen now. Click it and check it out. Peace.